I want to first start by asking you what exactly was the impact of COVID-19 on your business so far? Did you see any deal deferrals or any kind of cancellations? And what do you see as the way forward?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Absolutely, there is impact of COVID. That is the reason that the whole industry is looking at the results that we have. While I'm very happy that we gave the result on the Q1 that we gave, but there was definitely impact due to COVID. In fact, every single industry that we go and serve is impacted in one way or another. It is just that the impact is different with the different industries. The life sciences industry is less impacted, so you can see that we saw growth in that, whereas the energy and utility is impacted not just because of COVID, but also because of the oil prices. Similarly, manufacturing and BFSI also got impacted due to COVID. There are project deferrals, there are project drops, and also the movement on pipeline has become slower than before.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask you actually. This is a fairly decent deal win gain, 44% quarter on quarter, new deals also higher. Can you tell us how this happened, which sectors, is this a maintainable pace?
Yeah, no, it is absolutely maintainable, and I am absolutely seeing the same momentum in the Q2 as well. But more important thing to understand is that when the other industries get this impact, the IT industry comes for the rescue because it can help them automate, it can help them reduce their IT costs, it can help them reduce their operating costs. Hence, a lot of industries who are under cost pressure, they look towards IT that they can help them reduce costs. And that is where we went in front of the customers and we gave them the confidence that we can help them reduce their costs and improve their efficiency. And that is the reason that we are seeing these deal wins. The deal wins are very different from the deal wins that were there in the last year because these are far more focused on managed services, far more focused on reducing the cost for our clients and also help them mitigate their risks. So we have figured out as to what are the offerings that we need to take in front of the client so that we are able to close the business with them. This is probably the second best quarter that we had from the win perspective in the last 6 quarters.
Tell you what a pleasure it is to hear someone say that. Can you give us some guidance on what this will translate in terms of revenue, EBITDA margins?
So, generally whenever there are project deferrals or the project drops, there always is an impact on the bottom line because we are an industry which is largely depending upon people. And when people come on bench, it always is going to increase the cost and reduce the bottom line. But of course, we had to very quickly train our people and move on to the other programs where we are winning. And that is the reason we were able to deliver much better margins in this quarter also. I believe the margins going forward will improve because there was big impact because of the sudden changes that happened in the Q1, but these are getting stabilized. Not that the Q2 is going to be a much better quarter than the Q1, but the growth perspective and the margin perspective, there will be a lot of stability that will come in this quarter.
Okay. You had increased your payout ratio last year to about 27.3%. Considering there are a lot of challenges this year, would you look at scaling back your, how much cash you return to shareholders? I mean, what is the plan there?
Correct. No, we have 3 or 4 different options that we had to consider. In fact, we were thinking of taking certain decisions in the month of January and February. But as COVID happened, the guidance and the advisory from everyone is to conserve the cash as much as you can because we need to have working capital for as long as we need. So from that perspective, we have held on those decisions. I believe we will be back on our blueprinting exercise probably a quarter down the line, and then we are going to take those decisions. We are looking at if there is a possibility of buyback. We are looking at if there is a possibility of better dividend, or even if we had to go for a tuck-in acquisition, we will look at that as well.